If you want to see how I recreated this soft glam using the Anastasia Beverly Hills new palette, please stay tuned and keep watching. I'm going to be using for a makeup look the new Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Oh, just dirty there. New palette that just came out. So it has a lot of pretty colors, as you can see. I was like, I need to get this. I need to get this. So let's put this to work. So what I'm going to do first, what am I going to do first? Like usual, prime your eyelid. I'm going to use the NYX Shadow Base. And don't mind me if I'm looking this way because my mirror, it's on that side. So I just like to look in the camera as well. So don't mind me. It's like, why is she looking on everywhere? But I'm just looking at my mirror quickly. I like to put it under my eye as well, just so my eyeshadow can stick there when I put them on. You don't have to do this, I just do it because I like it. And for the base, I'm going to use Burnt Orange, which is this one right here. It's gonna be my base, my transition color. I like this palette too because it has a lot of different colors and tones that you can do like a lot of different looks with it. So I'm going to be using this palette a lot now for summer. And for the next color, I'm going to use Cypress Umber. If I'm saying it right, it's this one right here, that's chocolate tone. I'm going to focus it more on the outer corner of my eye. And bring it in and flick it out a little bit. They're very, very pigmented, which I like. Just with a little bit goes a long way. Now I'm gonna get a MAC brush, which is a 224. This is a 217 actually, sorry about that. And blend all the outer corner, blend both of the colors together. I'm gonna go again with the Cypress Umber color and focus it more on the outer corner of my eye. Blend away. And to add a little more of a rosy, not rosy, more of a reddish tone to it, I'm going to use the color Love Letter, which is this one, which is so pigmented. I was like, yes, I need this color. And for my eyelid, I'm going to use the color Primavera, which is this one. It's like a nice champagne color. So pretty. Gonna get it a little bit of me in my inner corner of my eye. Use from another Anastasia palette. This is from the Tamana palette. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm going to use the color Noir, which is a very intense black. And I'm going to use that in my outer corner just to intensify the tone a little bit, just to create more dimension in my crease. Then you go with your 217 brush from MAC and blend it together. I'm going to use now my Surad graphic liner, which I am obsessed with it. It gives you that nice fine eyeliner, the wing line. I absolutely I'm going to use the Ardell Double Up in the number 207. These are one of my favorite lashes from Ardell's. They're so full, so wispies. So whenever you want to wear lashes, just tilt your head a little bit backwards and use some tweezers. And with the tweezers, you can put your lashes like easier. You can place them easier. Now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in the color chalk. I'm going to use the MAC. Ooh, can't even see the number anymore. Anyway, say angle brush. Very, very fine. So what I like to do first, I like to brush my brows first. And then trace a little line following the hairs of the brows. Some people do it differently. I like it this way since I don't have as much brows, and I just like to define them, so that's why I like to draw them a little bit underneath and then flick it up so it could blend in with the rest of the hair. And I'll do the same as well on the top. What a difference. And then I go again with a spoolie and line everything. And now what I'm also going to do, what I like to do actually, I like to clean my brows just to give that shape to it. I like that, I like to do that. I know a lot of people be like, oh, your eyebrows look too out there, but once I use that technique, my eyebrows looks a little bit more cleaner. And what I'm going to use, is the MAC Pro Palette Concealer, and I'm going to use the color NC42, which is the lighter tone. So if you don't like to do this part, you can skip it and just do your brow like you normally do. See, it looks more cleaner, more shaped. See, a Renaissance palette. I'm going to use the color Tempera, which is this one right here. I'm going to use a flat brush. And now I'm gonna go with the same brush that I use to use the transition color, blend it in and make sure they all blend in and merge together. And that's it for my eyes for now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the face. I'm going to use the Milani Concealer and Perfect 2-in-1. Concealer and foundation 2-in-1. And this is the color Sand. But I'm also going to mix it a little bit because I have a little bit of tan. I'm going to use the Infallible Pro Matte from L'Oreal Paris. I'm going to use the color 109. So I mix those two together just to get the perfect tone, since I am a little bit more tan because I was at the beach last weekend for the 4th. I'm going to use my beauty blender. Foundation underneath my eye because it's too much product, and then your concealer, when you put it on, it's going to start creasing. So I leave that raccoon part blank. And for my contour, I'm going to use the BlackOpal foundation stick in the color Hazelnut. I'm going to use one of the ovals brushes just to get enough product, not too much. Because I like my contour, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it to be too much. blend it upwards. I really like this brush. It's very soft. And to correct my under eye, like I usually do, I'm going to use the MAC Pro Concealer, and the color that I'm going to use is the color Burnt. I'm going to use my finger for this one. It will cancel that blue undertone that I have, so when I wear my concealer, it will hide more my dark circle, and then by the hour it won't oxidize, and then my dark circle will start coming through. So that's why you gotta color correct your under eye if you have very dark circles like me. And for my concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's very similar to the NARS concealer. I feel like it has the same consistency, but the concealer NARS is a little more expensive. This is more cheaper, so if you don't want to spend that much money in concealer just to highlight, then you can buy this one at Maybelline, which is a drugstore. And I feel like it do the same job as the NARS do too. I like the consistency of it as well. The MAC translucent powder to set in my under eye. So wherever I highlight it, I'm gonna use the powder. Even this is a translucent one, it's not gonna give you color, but it's gonna give you that pop. Let the baking proceed. So while I let my face, my baking going on, I'm going to use the e.l.f. bronzing palette, which I have been obsessed with. It's so natural, the tones it brings. Like, look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm gonna use this tone, which is a little more darker for my tone. So it gives you more like a bronzy look. It's nothing big or nothing out of the ordinary. Because you gotta chisel those cheekbones, you know? Bring it on your neck a little bit, you know? My hair's getting all messed up. And for my nails, I like to use a very fine brush. Bring it inwards as well. Bring it close to your eyes. You don't want to see where it starts, where it begins. Alright, I am done baking. So I am going to take a brush and take all the powder away. I'm also going to use the e.l.f. blush palette, and look at the colors. It range from light to light pink, a little bit more on the rosy tone, like more bright, and then on the peachy tone. This is like my favorite. Wait until you see it. And they're so pigmented too, which I like a lot. Oh, look at that. Beautiful palette. For my waterline, I'm going to use a nude tone pencil. This one is from Wet and Wild, and the color code is Calling Your Bluff. I'm going to use that because I didn't want to use black since I'm not going out. It's daytime still. It's like 1 in the afternoon too, so I'm not gonna wear it. So here you go. And from the Anastasia palette, the Modern Resonance, I'm going to use the color the burnt orange for my under eye, just to define a little bit. And I'm also going to use Cypress Umber, which is the chocolate tone, just to define a little bit more my underline. And for my lower lash, I'm going to use the Revlon Ultra Volume mascara, one of their new ones. I'm going to put a little bit on the false lashes. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it. Just get a little more crispier in there. And lastly, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. Oh my god, I love the spray. So for highlighting, I'm going to use also the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the name That Glow, and I'm going to use the 3 colors. I'm going to use Golden Bronze, Dip in Gold, and Bubbly. So I'm going to use a little bit of everything because I'm greedy like that, you know. Oh my god, look at that glow. Look at that glow. Woo! Lord. You know us girl, we like to glow like a light bulb, so. For the lips, I'm going to use the LA Girl pencil in the color Pink Fleur. I think it's French, I don't know. It's a nice metallic-y pink. You'll see. It has like a purpley tone to it too. I'm going to use the MAC Cremesheen lip gloss in the Cobalt Bait. Yeah, boy bait. Sorry. And there you have it.